Hello everyone and now welcome to a game between ThorZaIN and Satiini, this game taking place here on Concealed Hill. Satiini has spawned as, well, the red night elf over here on the bottom left hand side of the map. Meanwhile, ThorZaIN has spawned as the yellow human. Human versus night elf in this 1v1 matchup, things already getting underway as we will be looking at what particular strategies these players will be opting to go for. It looks like a standard Altar of Kings timing with an Archmage first going up against, well, most likely going to be a Keeper of the Grove, even though Warden and Demon Hunter are not distant possibilities. Archers will be popping out of that Ancient of War, and we are looking to see a pretty standard beat down game here on Concealed Hill. Now, transitioning and timings is going to be key here, trying to see what that second hero is going to be. Are we going to be looking at a Mountain King, perhaps a Panda as the second hero, or even perhaps a Blood Mage, trying to augment that Archmage? Meanwhile, coming in down to the south here, it is going to in fact be a Demon Hunter first coming in from Satiini. And well, the Demon Hunter is a much more powerful hero, but it doesn't give you as much tempo or early game play. Mana burn does shut down the Archmage rather nicely as well, but at the same time, without access to entangles and without access to those treants, it makes it difficult to try and clear out more difficult creep camps or even try and set up an expansion of your own. We'll see how ThorZaIN reacts to this here, as well, we've known the Demon Hunter to be much more common of an opening hero as of late. Alright, Ogre Warrior 433 creep camp will get cleared up pretty easily. Demon Hunter should be popping on out here, almost hitting at that 2-minute mark. Meanwhile, off to the north here, we are looking at the Archmage now making its way down. Alright, making its way down here, going to try and do a bit of engagement, trying to take down this Ogre Warrior creep camp. Forest Troll Trapper, Forest Troll Berserker should have no problems, just making quick work and leaving the Water Elemental to do some extra damage while the Militia are there. Well, soaking up some extra damage while the Militia are there, dealing the necessary damage to finish things off. Demon Hunter has, well, already made its way out across the map, does have Claws of Attack +5, a very, well, standard item here. Really, Claws of Attack really benefit the Archmage more. Ring of Protection +3, the counter item there, as the Archmage does get to level 2, and now it does have to be careful about that Demon Hunter trying to, or even a Wisp trying to do a detonation. There's a detonation, Archmage losing some precious mana, not able to drop a Water Elemental, and then going to be followed up by a Mana Burn. Beautiful 1-2 mana drain from Satiini, denying that Archmage a little bit of additional time by not letting him drop down a Water Elemental. All right, running around the corners as they come, as the Demon Hunter still just trying to figure out where that Archmage is. Satiini playing ring around this Rosie, around this large group of trees, as the Demon Hunter unable to find where that Archmage is. Archmage gets spotted once more, a little bit of superficial damage on that Demon Hunter as he backs away. Archmage does have enough mana for a Water Elemental if he chooses to grab one, and picks up a Circlet of Nobility as well. All right, Circlet of Nobility, Dust of Appearance. Circlet of Nobility, a little bit of a curious pickup here. I was not expecting that coming in from ThorZaIN, as the Circlet of Nobility, although it is a powerful item, is not often picked up unless you, well, have a Blade Master. Water Elemental is being dropped here. Demon Hunter going to come in from the behind. There is a Mana Burn, not getting that much damage, and Water Elemental taking quite a bit of damage here, as you're going to see perhaps a potential surround onto that Demon Hunter. All right, Null Overseer will get finished off here. Experience goes to the Archmage, who is now at level 3. They'll get mana burned once more, most likely by the Demon Hunter if he can afford it. No, can't really afford it, taking a lot of damage here, trying to run around and finishing off another peasant there. All right, looking to go after units as the Demon Hunter trying to chase down that or Archmage trying to chase down those units here. Are we going to see another Fireball Archmage trying to go off to the races here? A new Archer going to get in the way, unable to get there, as Satiini playing a great game, doing quite a bit of blocking as the Archmage now tries to retreat a bit away. Is he going to try to drop down a Water Elemental? No, it's not. Demon Hunter, beautiful line of sight to get away, but the Archmage himself, well, unable to spot that Demon Hunter any longer. most likely the archers. Dust of Appearance is going to be used. There drops a Water Elemental going after that Demon Hunter here. Dust of Appearance could be used, but ThorZaIN does not notice that the archers are right here. Or does he notice the weird pathing? That would have been a beautiful, beautiful use right there. Archmage, Footmen perhaps going to make their way down first, but the Panda is going to reinforce making those Footmen, well, second question their decisions, and ThorZaIN decides to back up instead. All right. Demon Hunter continuing to battle it up. Demon Hunter having full hit points and mana. Where is that Panda? Panda is actually going to be doing creeping alongside all of these archers as the Demon Hunter keeps the Archmage in check. Archmage now making its way off to the north here. Expansion of ThorZaIN is already up and operational. No towers, though, as the Demon Hunter tries to go to town on all of these hard-working peasants. All right. Footman looking to back away. Archmage looking to get there. May drop another Water Elemental again. Oh, there's 2 Water Elementals. Wants to make sure he doesn't get mana burned, as that is always, well, it's something you need to keep in mind from that Demon Hunter. Feels like Panda isn't a good choice with Demon Hunter at nearly level 3. Well, the Panda is going to try and get to level 2, maybe even level 3 himself. The Demon Hunter is actually playing a much more Blade Master style in this matchup, where the Blade Master is where an Orc player, when it went Blade Master Shadow Hunter, a level 2 Blade Master would just constantly harass the enemy hero, not preventing him from gaining any additional experience. And that's exactly what we're seeing here. As Satiini is growing experience on the Panda front, having 2 level 2 heroes could perhaps try and get to level 3 here, as well as Breath of Fire, Drunken Haze, Breath of Fire across multiple units could cause lots of problems. Low hit point Footman, one going to get taken down. The Ancient of Lore could get destroyed here. Wisp, are they going to come off the line? There is a bunch of missing from that Drunken Haze, but it looks like, oh, there's another Breath of Fire as well, as the damage is burning up a little bit here. All right, a little bit more damage. One more Archer Arrow could finish it off. Another Footman could get taken down here. 1 more or 2 more hits from this Panda will finish it off, as the Panda doesn't have Boots of Speed, unable to close in on that distance. Archmage trying to run around. Demon Hunter is going to say, you know what? You thought you outran the Panda. You didn't outrun me. Expansion, getting some fortified defenses. Meanwhile, ThorZaIN about done teching to tier 2. What hero should the human get to counter Demon Hunter? Well, you can try and counter with Blood Mage at this point. Mountain King seems like a bit of a dead end, as the Demon Hunter will just, at level 3, will just constantly mana burn the Mountain King and Archmage fairly easily. Blood Mage with Siphon mana could take away the mana from the Demon Hunter, keeping it in check, and then eventually start taking away from the Panda, no longer allowing for Breath of Fire or Drunken Haze. What hero should, or any hero with autocast? No, not any hero with autocast. That would be a Naga Sea Witch at this point in stage, and even then, a Naga Sea Witch is not a hero that would change the tempo anyways. You're trying to push an advantage you already have when you grab the Naga Sea Witch. At this point, trying to do a little bit of catch-up when you're behind technically is a problem here. So ThorZaIN is going to be opening up with the Blood Mage. Well, you read and respond to the chat in real time, loving it. Yep, that is, well, I try to. And it is going to be a Blood Mage. Demon Hunter going after the Footman here. Archmage going to try and drop a Water Elemental. Demon Hunter does get up to level 3, though, and trying to finish things off. I do try to interact with the chat. Sometimes sometimes it helps the cast. Other times, apparently, it is a bit distracting, and well, so asking pertinent questions to the game does help. So yeah, it is going to be a Blood Mage in this matchup with Siphon mana. It's going to try and siphon mana away from the Demon Hunter to try and shut down any mana burns, and then eventually take away mana from that Brewmaster as well. And generally, a reason why Blood Mage works in this scenario is because, well, the Archmage needs mana, and Siphon mana in and of itself is a rather low-costing ability. So if the Demon Hunter tries to mana burn the Archmage, which it needs to, the Blood Mage should have the opportunity to mana burn a little bit more. And there you go. You can see that the Demon Hunter losing a little bit of mana right there, and the Blood Mage is a bit topped off. We are going to see Boots of Speed, and now go into a bit of a fight here, as the Demon Hunter is still playing this game of, well, trying to shut down the enemy heroes. Meanwhile, it is the Panda's job now to level up do a bit of creeping, and perhaps try and gain the overall level advantage. Sometimes Crota replies, sometimes the chat is bad times with large fight happening. Yeah, or if there is something that needs to draw my attention, say like a 17-minute fight, I will obviously be focused on the game rather than trying to interact with chat. But if there's a little bit of a lull or a little bit of slowness in the game as players are just creeping, it's kind of like having a co-caster being able to read what's in chat and trying to respond off of that. These players, as in 2008. No, I don't know. Blood Mage was not really popular in 2008. I don't think. Yeah, it would have been if it was Archmage Mountain King. Then yeah, it would have been a very much 2008 style game. Blood Mage now back out, siphon mana away from the Archmage. Footman doing a beautiful job preventing the Demon Hunter from being able to run straight away from that from the Blood Mages and trying to break that link. So the Demon Hunter now significantly lower on mana than he should be. Meanwhile, the Arcane or Ivory Towers are being thrown down here. Blood Mage is actually upside down on mana. Could have given additional mana to that Archmage here instead of just losing it. Now finally giving mana to that Archmage as the Archmage gains, well, quite a bit of mana here in just a few moments. Archmage could be dropping in some Water Elemental Siphon or Rifleman, going to try and fight back the other side. We are going to go into an engagement here. Ivory Towers are nearly done being upgraded, and here is the pressure. ThorZaIN with these towers. Our repairs are in order. Mana burn onto the Blood Mage as he tries to back away. Panda does have Drunken Haze, Breath of Fire, as the Siphon mana breaks that causes the Brewmaster to try and back up. We should be looking at another Breath of Fire here, and it looks like Satiini is just going to be able to, well, win out in this battle here. There is a much larger army for ThorZaIN, but it just simply isn't present here. Maybe trying to be queued up. 62 supply compared to 55. 42 supply army compared to 41, as the Bears are going to be able to get in some damage onto all of those riflemen. All right, there is double Arcane Towers here, though, so Arcane Towers could cause some problems as there's suddenly no more mana for the entire Night Elf hero duel. Well, we are looking at Druids of the Claw making their way over, and they're going to be losing quite a bit of mana as well, as the Sorceresses are trying to retreat back. Archers are still here. The Militia turning back into peasant form. Peasants not even repairing the towers that are here. I'm not quite sure why. Nope, doesn't need to. I thought that was a hit point tower, as the Panda does get up to level 5. All right, out of mana still. Spellbreaker still continuing the fight. Archers could get taken down. 53 supply compared to 50. Demon Hunter with Orb of Venom can still represent a large amount of damage, as we see Spellbreakers doing spell steal there. All right, so far, well, a little bit of Flame Strike damage, forcing the Brewmaster to try and retreat again. Priests are getting taken down as the Riflemen are trying to back away. Priests are trying to get in a little bit more healing, as the Bears are just getting in melee range and causing more problems. So far, this has turned into a really rather interesting fight. Thank you for the follow. 49 supply compared to 52. ThorZaIN still has the supply lead, but Satiini having the army size advantage, as the Riflemen are just running around as much as they can, trying to avoid damage from the Bears, as the Demon Hunter now gets up to level 4. Aggroing the creeps. Demon Hunter falls at level 4. That is going to be a big switch, as the Blood Mage gets up to level 3. Flame Strike going down, and there suddenly this could be a sudden reversal, as the Druids of the Claw are in massive retreat and could get taken down as well. 1 or 2 more shots are all that are needed. That gets taken down as the Archmage sits at level 4. All right, the consistent healing of the auto-casting Priest able to, well, keep the army afloat long enough. So many Riflemen fell. And what is happening here as the Arcane Towers are continuing to inch closer and closer. Down goes an Ancient of War. Mana burn onto the Blood Mage. Blood Mage, well, trying to retreat back. And now pretty much no more mana already. Anti-Magic Shell on the Brewmaster. Going straight after the Arcane Towers here. Beautiful counter by Satiini, making sure that the Arcane Towers can't drain the mana from that Brewmaster here. More Siphon mana again. Archmage continuing to fight. There's a big Breath of Fire blowing over that Arcane Tower, and Satiini looks like he will hold against this attack, but how much is it going to cost him? That is the question. There is a Staff of Preservation. Satiini should be able to save that bear. Is he going to save that bear? Yes, he does at the last possible moment again. Staff of Frustration, well, frustrating Night Elf opponents since 2003. As the Flame Strike now goes down, Sorceress could get taken down. What is that? The Blood Mage actually broke the cast right there. You saw the initial cast, but the channel did not go through as a Breath of Fire blows over one last Rifleman. All right, level 5 Panda now looking to back away. More units are going to be teleporting back once again, as we're looking at, well, one guard tower off here. All right, the Scroll of Town portal was to go back home. Dryads, Bears are all in position again. Archmage does not have enough mana for a Water Elemental. May get an initial mana burn, and that could be a problem. There's that Siphon mana. There's a mana burn going back the other way as the Blood Mage just stands still. Guard Tower going to be doing a little bit of poke damage. Anti-Magic Potion used again to try and prevent any Siphon manas. And that strategy working out extremely well, as the Panda now able to rush on through and get in some more Drunken Haze's Breath of Fire. Militia going to be trying to fight back against a Bear. Breath of Fire, however, level 3, and suddenly 1,000 hit points gone in an instant. Blowing through all of those militias so quickly. All right, Spellbreakers continuing to battle it up, slow getting cast down onto that Demon Hunter as Flame Strike goes down here. Units continuing to fight their way through as the Demon Hunter low on hit points here. A bunch of low hit Druid formed Druids of the Claw. They're showing up into the battle. Spellbreakers trying to go up against the Bears, as well as we're still looking at more Water Elementals being dropped. This is an absolute bloodbath here. ThorZaIN, however, sitting at 51 supply compared to Satiini's 60. Both sides have been sitting. Oh, come on, there's such a low hit point Bear. Two Bears suddenly getting taken out, and now it's a 51 supply compared to 52. All right, what was going to be a pretty even fight or a significant advantage for Satiini suddenly flips with the loss of 8 supply in those two Bears. Earthstorm and Fire did come on the line. Satiini is at level 6 with that Panda, going to continue to try and engage, as we see Earthstorm and Fire right there. All right, there goes a Cyclone picking things up. Not quite sure why the overlay said Earthstorm and Fire was already cast and was on cooldown. That confused me a bit, but yeah, nope. All right. I missed 2008. Sick back and forth. Missing 2008. I don't know if I really missed 2008. I work in the mortgage industry, and 2008 was a rather scary time for me. I don't. So yeah, I don't sell. I don't sell mortgages. I actually service them. So. If anyone knows what that means. Red Drake going to go ahead and get picked off here. Militia Rifleman going to go ahead and try and pull back. Archmage is sitting at level 5. Blood Mage sitting at level 3, almost getting to level 4, as the Sorceress Rifleman Caster Army trying to clean things up. Blood Mage gets to level 4 here. Meanwhile, we're looking at the Demon Hunter, who will be getting to level 5. Getting them to level 5. Gonna go ahead and finish things off and, well, pick things off there. So servicing a mortgage, if you think of the product as like a mortgage as the product, think of like a car, right? You service a car. There are things that the mortgage company needs to do to help make sure the payments go back to the right place. If people don't make their payments, or things of that nature, where the mortgage company needs to make sure that the house doesn't go into disarray, mow the lawn, water the foundation. For some places in like Texas, where if you don't water the foundation, the clay foundation can actually dry out and crack. So it's just maintaining all of those things. No mortgage talk, please. All right, yeah. A little bit of side talk. All right. Anyways, Archmage sitting at level 5, Blood Mage sitting at level 4. Pay your mortgage or credit will mana burn you. No, not like that at all. We can talk about mortgages later. Yeah, we can talk about mortgages later. But one interesting thing to note, a mortgage actually stands for a death contract. Like mortuary mortgage, it's basically a promise until you die. That's why they're 30 years long. That was interesting enough, right? That's the root of the word. Archmage, Blood Mage coming back around. Sorceress, Rifleman now making their way over. Isn't mortgage the one you pay because you have more than 50% of the population? No. War 3. It's a death contract. Militia now making their way back down here. Bears are here. 57 supply compared to 70. ThorZaIN able to build up a large army. And now with level 3 water elementals in the front could cause a bit of problems. Not that many dryads, but the Bears Panda are all ready to engage once more. All right, Bears getting separated. The Rifleman and Caster army all here. A bunch of militia here as well. Are we going to see some ivory towers? No, we are not. What are the peasants here for? Flame Strike now going down. Blood Mage Illusion gonna be in... Well, I'm gonna go ahead and disappear right there as the Flame Strike does land across those targets. Breath of Fire, Earth Storm, and Fire now. Multiple units gonna try and engage once more. A little bit of taunt Cyclone and a beautiful Cyclone to stop a Flame Strike. That was a beautifully cast Cyclone right there. The timing on that window is so short, but somehow Satiini able to find it. Continuing this battle once more. Are we going to get some more Siphon mana? Yes, we are. Demon Hunter completely, or running low on mana. And now we may have enough for one more mana burn. Flame Strike now going down there. Going to go ahead and burn up a couple more units of Cyclone. A little bit late on that timing as Bears are starting to fall. Blood Mage gets up to level 5. Level 3 Flame Strike as level 2, level 3 Siphon mana just doesn't really help out all that much. The Blood Mage with level 3 Flame Strikes could get large amounts of damage. All of those archers could be in trouble. Are they going to run away? No, they are not, and they are going to get roasted and toasted right there. Bears now falling apart. ThorZaIN 49 supply compared to 46. Satiini now trying to retreat back here. There is slow on those Bears, but the engagement fighting here at the Tree of Life, this expansion cannot fall. If this expansion falls, well, Satiini will be in very much in harm's way here, as the economic game will definitely go to ThorZaIN at this point. More Siphon mana, Demon Hunter unable to get off any mana burn, Spellbreakers in the back here. This is a bunch of militia or peasants and Spellbreakers with casters here. Flame Strike now coming in trying to burn up all of those units once more, as the Tree of Life looks like it will be coming to an end. Mountain Giants now out here onto the battlefield. Siphon mana taken away from that Brewmaster once more, as the Tree of Life does in fact go down. ThorZaIN says thank you for everything and now backs away. Little bit of long distance mining perhaps, or is he in fact, yes, ThorZaIN actually looking to take this center expansion, this concealed King of the Hill location, as the sorceresses are pulling back. Thank you, Night Fox, for the cheers. Crota, like old times. Oh, if it was like old times, I'd be getting 100,000 views per video and wondering if I should quit my job. But no, that's not happening. All right, or I think at some point I was getting like 300,000 views a day, and I was just like, that's quite good. Yeah. Who knew being an internet or being an influencer would be a thing, right? No one, and I'll say this about being an influencer: it is much more difficult than you think it is. It is much more difficult to be an influencer. There's a lot of influencers out there, but you probably only hear about the top 2%, top 1%. And those are the people really making a strong living. Anyway, Satiini now coming back across here. Breath of Fire, Anti-Magic Cell, Demon Hunter running on in. Big mana burn onto the Blood Mage, who's currently unable to siphon mana. And now we see Satiini with Metamorphosis. Dual level 6 ultimate abilities coming in from Satiini. And ThorZaIN throws in the towel right there. Satiini with dual ultimate abilities, Earth Storm and Fire, and Metamorphosis coming online. My apologies for not realizing how close Satiini's Demon Hunter was to level 6, really opening up that game. Yeah. You remember ThorZaIN did also establish up his expansion earlier than Satiini, and therefore his expansion was probably nearly done mining out anyways. There was that fight in the center portion of the map as that last battle to see if ThorZaIN could prolong the game. He was unable to, and ultimately the hero level advantage proved to be too much. Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. Hope you guys enjoyed it.